Started out on live, man, that was the play. Streaming every night, building up the sway. But as the site faded, I had to find my way. Now I'm hopping platforms, surfing through the fray. Got my crew behind me, yeah, we call them givers. Chillin' IRL, catching all the rivers. Farkle in the chat, bringing loss to the grind. Talking crypto games while we sippin' Jack Fine. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart New Zealand vibes, surfing waves day to night. Always looking for the next thrill, that's where I ignite. Community so solid, always shining bright. GoVan rolling deep and cruising for the height. From the struggle to the stream, it's all just a game. But with the giver found, we're making our name.
We suck at what we're doing. We really do suck at what we're doing.
Every view and every stream, making life a keeper. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time. Living in the moment, life's a subtle wine. From the land down under, streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right. So here's to the journey, no regrets in sight. Each laugh and each tear, it's a beautiful fight. Keep the wave rolling, let the good vibes flow. We're the givers, together in the show. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time.
I just farted.
Living in the moment,
which to be honest has been chirked and squibbed. That's going to be weird.
Streaming through the night. Got my heart on my sleeve, everything feels right.
We can't blame anybody else but ourselves.
Flip script is how we play a game.
They have nothing going other than they have big mouths.
So through the internet, living out the dream of my acoustic strum, curing and chill for cracking jokes, go stuff the thrill. In the land of King Weeds, we ride the waves. Our streams phone, no better days. Gives a minute, yeah, we take our time.
Today I feel gay.
Living in the moment, the life's a subtle rhyme.
Auto means that it will turn on or off whenever need be.
Indeed it does. Hello, the internet. It is Sunday, the 26th of July, 2026, and welcome back to the channel. And congrats, Woz and Daleskis tying. Oh, hi, Mark. Tying so close for first and second place there. Also, Duncan in the YouTube chat. How you doing, Duncan? Hello, the internet. Everyone's having a good old time. Fuck, man, I'm feeling sick again. Can you believe it? I got up and then I got back down, got back up, got back down, got back up, got back down. This thing's gone on for a week for me. I normally get sick, then get healthy within 3 days. This is now literally going on to the whole week because it began last Sunday. Crazy, sick bastard. Yeah, Dale, I'm fully sick, bro. Are you feeling sick, bro? No. But off the bat of this stream,
I'll kiss him.
I'm going to look into the concept that was brought up yesterday on the stream that I might need to buy a chainsaw for all those heads I'm going to chop off. Huh? For all the times I'm going to need to collect firewood that will not, I guess, firewood that needs to fit inside GoVan, you know? Might need a chainsaw. And of course, I'm already deeply invested in the Ryobi battery system here, the 18-volt lithium 5 amp hour batteries. Why am I deeply invested in these? When I say deeply, I've got 4 of them, but the reason that's deep is because I also have this little doozy. I've got 4 of these as well. This is a Amazon product that someone, I guess they built. I guess it's been 3D printed. It's kind of it has the vibe of like a Kickstarter program. Anyway, what these do is they go on these batteries, and then you have a pretty impressive power bank, which I use for all of my streaming stuff. And so it makes sense to turn that off. It makes sense to use the existing batteries that I've got and facilitate the Ryobi set of tools. In that regard, there is a chainsaw that we're going to look at here, the Ryobi 18V 1+ 8-inch 20cm cordless brooding chainsaw. That's probably the one I'm going to get. I have 2 chainsaws. I love me a fire on the back patio. Currently have 3 years worth of firewood. Well, shit me. I'll just come past your place and grab the firewood. And then I'll kiss him on the way out. Dude, I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling well at all. I went to bed feeling fine, woke up feeling sick. Hate it. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. Depends how much you'll use it for if you're not fond of manual saws. So I definitely don't want to be manually cutting shit. Now, this does sound a little crazy, but I'll just explain why I don't want to do manual labor while on a vacation. This is a... Okay, get ready, because this does sound a little bit strange, but you don't want to be sweating. I don't want to be sweating. I don't want to be stinking, because that means I've got to wash my clothes quicker and more sooner and more often. When you're out on the road doing a road trip and you're away from the comforts of home, you want things to last as long as possible. You know, you want to be clean as long as possible. If you're out there sawing up and fucking cutting up and sawing and through the bush, cutting up shit, you're going to be getting all hot and stinky and sweaty and sawdust and all that stuff. So you want a pretty simple, straightforward, I got to go and get firewood, I'll be back in 10. There's enough wood for the night, come back, you're done. You know what I'm saying? Wild Dog USA 1 on Pilled. I guess that Pilled sticker didn't work. By the way, I say this every time I start my stream, but I am getting so close to having my chat overlay finalized. It's not quite finalized yet, but I'm looking forward to it being done. I'm a little bit over it, to be honest. Vibe coding, the vibe is a little off. Wildskis, you would be surprised. How do you know how I'd be? I might not be surprised. Don't tell me how I'll be. You'd be surprised how much a sawzall will cut. A sawzall. Just another tool, useful, dangerous. That's like AI. I predict AI will be helpful, useful, dangerous. But anyway, we will look into this. And you know what? Let's do it now, because then we can move on from here and we can get into other content. Let's take a look at this video. The small Ryobi chainsaw is unreal, huh? It's not real? Get him out of here. Ned's Tool Talk.
Welcome to another Ned's Tool Talk video. Another green tool and another chainsaw. God knows itself how many chainsaws I've done from Ryobi. I don't think there's a single one in their range that I don't have a video about.
Well, we don't know that, and we don't care. Less battery power than a chainsaw. A sawzall is a good for small to medium cutting, but I just explained why I'm probably going to go with the Ryobi. It's because I'm already deeply invested in the battery systems, which I'm taking with me. So why would I look at just Wild Dog 1, a USA? Why would I look at anything other than this? I've already got this. I've already got 4 of these, and I use them for my stream content. They're all USB Type-C charging. Why would I then go in to look at anything else? An accent you can trust. This guy, yeah. What is he? Russian? In Kiwi?
There might be 1 or 2, but they're coming as well. Sorry. I always like to talk too much, guys.
You do talk a bit too much. Ryobi also make a sawzall. All right, I don't even know what the fuck a sawzall is. What is a sawzall? What is a sawzall? How come I'm 50? What? How come I'm 50? I've never heard of what a sawzall is. A sawzall is a brand. Okay, that's a brand name for a reciprocating saw. A powerful handheld tool that uses a rapid back and forth motion to cut through materials like wood, metal, plastic, and drywall. Okay. Here's a Ryobi reciprocating saw. I click that. There you go. Here we go. Okay. Carpenters and handymen use sawzalls. I've never heard of this term before. I've seen these tools before. I didn't know it was called a sawzall. It's a strange word. I mean, this looks more specific to like woodwork, you know, like handiwork at home. I mean, it does meet the battery criteria though. That blade is really too small for your uses. Yeah, I'm going to be out there cutting down timber and shit, knocking over trees and, you know, killing backpackers and shit. Huh? What?
The guys that watch my videos should know that by now. Anyways, this one, the model number is R18CHS20. I'm losing my vision as well. What is this? This is a 20 centimeter or a 8-inch chainsaw.
This guy's horrible.
Bar or chain length.
This guy's a horrible YouTuber. My prediction, I'm going to really dislike this video.
What would you do with this chainsaw? Well, everything that the 6-inch one can do and a little bit more. Essentially quite a bit more.
What is wrong with you, man? Is he purposely dragging this out? This is your J. Christina. We don't want this video to go on too long. Sawzall is a brand name, registered trademark owned by Milwaukee Tool Co. Okay. Wild Dog USA 1. It would work for branches, not tree blades. Comes in longer length. Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to go for it.
203 centimeters
chainsaw
versus I think 16 on the other one is quite a bit of a difference. You wouldn't believe those 4 centimeters what it can do. Oops, I'll bleep that out. Jokes. The chainsaw is 179 AUD.
This guy is an absolute horrible YouTuber. Dugski, H-Man has a big influence. The H-Man. We're talking about Hendrik now? This dude is not good. This dude is not awesome. Not very awesome.
This is April 2026. The price was lower. The price will go up as well, as we all know. Same as everything else, unfortunately. This is... If you
H-Man said go the chainsaw. That's right. You're dead right. Sorry, I forgot that. We did have the arguing about that at one point where I was like, I'm not getting a fucking chainsaw. I'm going camping. And he's like, you might need it, man. It could come in handy. And now I'm doing a complete 180 and I'm thinking I might need it. It might come in handy. Yeah, definitely. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. What's that meme, Duncan? I haven't heard that one for a while. Brother, this guy stinks. The pruning saw is all you'll need. We use one of those and can pretty thick branches. Yeah, right. Hendrik isn't always wrong, just 69% of the time, Dale. There you go. Your favorite number.
Bigger chainsaw, the 12-inch one.
This guy's an absolute horrible YouTuber.
If you think that a 6-inch is too small, this is where your choice is gonna fall into because the price difference between the 6-inch and this one is I think 20-30 AUD, which is nothing, but it's that much bigger that it can do much bigger stuff. So essentially this chainsaw, you're going to be cutting down small trees around the house. You're going to be removing them and cutting them down. You can even cut down a bigger tree. It'll take you a little bit longer because you're going to have to go a little bit from this side, a little bit from that side. Whereas a 6-inch one, because it's got the flap on the top, I'll show you what I mean. Now see what I mean with the 6-inch one. This flap is going to be in a way, and you can see on mine the flap is all eaten by the chain because you push it there, you pull it there, you don't really gonna be that cautious. And I'm gonna show you the difference. See?
No shit, that one's smaller?
Makes a significant difference in capability of your chainsaw. Okay, let's put this thing aside. Now that you saw what I mean, 6-inch versus 8-inch and why this is a small improvement but very important improvement, we can continue. The tool is going to be very simple to use. In a handle right on the side here, you're going to have your...
When you're watching me, it could be now or it could be in a year from now.
No, thanks. Yeah, that's very important to know. When you're watching, it could be now or it could be in a year from now. Yeah, this J. Christina guy and this man could be brothers.
Spanner, which is going to be used to loosen and tighten your chain. this is where you can, to loosen and tighten your chain cover, and on the bottom is, so you need to loosen your chain cover, and then on the bottom screw you can tighten or
Some
loosen
run
your chain.
using more oil than others. Interesting.
Make sure before you start working with a tool that this screw is nice and snug, because you don't want to have this chain falling off, and God forbid.
I mean, look, I'm being sort of a little bit facetious here, but I've never owned a chainsaw, so I feel like I should watch all this information. If I'm going to be buying one of these, I should watch this and learn. I mean, it's a battery-powered chainsaw, but they are still quite the machine, right? Like this used incorrectly, this could be very, very dangerous. You could cut a whole arm or a leg off, right?
During you. Also, one very important thing, guys. Ryobi states on the Bunnings website and on their website that this chain does not require oil.
Oh.
That is not true. You cannot run a chainsaw without oil. You always need to put some oil on your chain. Now, granted, this chainsaw, the small ones, don't have an oil tank on the sides, so it does self-oiling, self-lubricating. But what you're gonna have to do is get yourself some oil. This one in particular is PowerFit Bar and Chain Oil. You can buy a half a liter, 1, 2, 3, 4 liters. And you can buy yourself one of those lubrication squirters or whatever they're called. I have one somewhere.
Who gives a shit if you got one, man? If you didn't bring it out, don't talk about it. Self-lubricating is good. Well, so I guess what they're saying is that these chainsaws don't require as much upkeep as like the nasty, gnarly diesel-powered ones, right? Was when we got ours, there was two different options. One was just add a bit of oil. The other was actually had a little reservoir. Okay. Yo, Duncan, universal rule, keep the body behind the tool. Yeah. And if you are the tool, then you're shit out of luck.
Can't find it now. I'll put a picture of one somewhere here. Here. Somewhere. You need to put a couple of dabs of oil all around before you start cutting and working with the chainsaw.
Okay.
Oil is lubrication.
No shit.
Lubrication reduces friction of your chain to your bar.
Rule number 2, do not use while boozing. Well, that's going to be difficult because I'm going to be, enjoying a casual drink on the road. Keep the tool behind the tool while listening to tool. That's exactly right.
And to your sprocket. If you don't use oil in a year of even occasional use, your chainsaw's gonna be kaput, dead. Okay, ja sam počeo. So
I'll be honest.
You've lubed up your chain.
I'll be honest. I just want to hear it run.
You're gonna check.
We haven't heard these things run yet. They're battery powered. I'm assuming they're kind of noisy still, right? But it's not going to be.
He knew exactly what that meant.
He does. They're not like the noisy, Scarface style chainsaw, are they? It's going to be a little bit more muted.
The tightness of your chain. Your chain should be a couple of millimeters. The smaller chainsaw, this is more. The rule applies more to it. You shouldn't have more than 2 to 3 millimeters of plane in your chain. Another thing.
It is absolutely
don't
impossible.
Put 2.5 amp hour on.
It's like a small whine, a whining sound. Mine goes raw.
I said, you take all the time you want.
You take all the time you want.
Battery on the chainsaw, or 2 amp hour, or 1.5, or whatever they have the smallest. Go minimum 4 amp hours. So whether you're gonna use 4 or 5 amp hours, it's only gonna make a difference on your runtime, because those batteries are essentially the same chemistry. If you wanna have better runtime and a better performance from a chainsaw, you're gonna use one of these, 6 amp hours, okay?
Calm down.
Now Ryobi's come out with 4 amp hour edge batteries.
I've only got
those
5 amp
batteries
hours.
have even better chemistry than these ones. Use those batteries.
You'll be very glad you have this.
What I'm trying
I
to
feel
say
like.
is,
Do you know what else I bought just recently? Thank you, Doug. I bought some riggers gloves. Yes, I did. I noticed on the road trip with Marty, and also on the 5-day one that I just did recently, my hands get chafed up very, very easily. I don't know if it's just working out in the elements, but your hands, they do cop a beating. So I got rigger's gloves. That's going to come in handy. Good gloves are mandatory. Yeah, yeah.
With tools that have such a high power demand, like chainsaws, like saws, like circular saws, blowers, lawnmowers, you want to use as big
Because we don't want this
of a
video to get too
battery
long.
as you have on your disposal. This is as big as I would go on this little saw with a 6 amp hour
This
battery.
guy's an absolute waffle machine, hey. Like, it's 6 minutes into a 16-minute video, and he could have edited this down to like 2 minutes. At this point, the information he's given us is totaling about 2 minutes, and he's just gone on and on and on. Is this what it's like watching me? Because I hate this guy.
Still the same form factor.
Just about everything is a big yawn.
Big yawn.
4 and 5 amp hour battery, but with an improved chemistry.
Now he's talking about the batteries, dude. We look, it's assumed we have the battery if we're buying the tool, right? It's like spending half an hour talking about the fuel you're going to put in a chainsaw. Now, if you buy this chainsaw from B&H Chainsaws, you must go and get the fuel from a fuel station and make sure that you take a canister to fill it up with. While you're there, you can't use your phone while refueling. And if you're going to pay, make sure you swipe your everyday rewards card. And when you're there, get some chocolates as well. They're always having them on sale at the front there. Use the bathroom. They've got one there for you. Just make sure you get who gives a shit about the fuel, dude? We have to worry about that later.
Performance and runtime, of course. I would not go 9 amp hour because that battery is heavier than the chainsaw itself.
Gives us the Waffle King mocking another waffler. Hilarious. Well, it does take one to know one. The saying doesn't lie. They sell them in different combos. Well, you can buy the tool and the battery as a pack, or if you're already in the ecosystem, you just buy the tool naked. People might want to know if it's worth getting the combo. I mean, I get it. Are you sticking up for this guy, though? Come on, man. He doesn't deserve it. What has he ever done for you?
Let's chuck the battery in there and let's hear the saw.
Okay.
It's actually very quiet.
That's kind of quiet, yeah.
Your bigger chainsaws.
It also reminds me of the old video cameras, like a PD150 and the VX1000 skateboarding video cameras. It's got the little, looks like it's got the heads-up display there.
We'll have a safety here, a trigger, and they're gonna have a chain brake.
Look,
so
check this out. PD150 Sony. Tell me you don't think that this looks a little bit like these camcorders when the screen's flipped out. Like, say, this angle here. Don't you reckon? A little bit, right? I mean, you got to use your imagination, but it does a little bit.
this guard is gonna be essentially your chain brake as well. This saw does not have that purely because it's considered as a compact chainsaw.
Hey, Dugsky, I just noticed that you are triggering GIFs and peeled pictures, but Beamstream, I'll just pause for a second. Beamstream have changed their back end and they're no longer putting the images through, which is a bit disappointing because Pilled has some great stickers and great emotes, and Beamstream, they've either fucked it up intentionally or that's just something they're working on. But yeah, I noticed that they're not coming through. And I noticed it in my back end testing as well. So yeah, there are changes afoot. Duncan sees it. Yeah, you can see the PD150. Makes Texas Chainsaw look and sound a bit wimpy in modern days. Yeah. I was going to say that the Pilled sticker doesn't work. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to fix that at my end, but I think Beam is just, I don't know what they're doing. Beam has been disappointing of late. Yeah. I'll agree with that. Beam, I'm not that thrilled on Beam, to be completely frank.
Pruning chainsaw. Anyways, for you guys that need to climb up the tree with all your safety harnesses and stuff, for DIYers, if you have a big property and you're gonna cut down a couple of branches on top, this is gonna be the saw that you're gonna be absolutely loving. For you guys that need to do some wood preparation for your fireplace for the winter. Winter's coming now in Australia, it's around the corner. This is gonna be your best chainsaw for at home, for those small timbers and logs,
This
you're
guy
gonna absolutely
is
love it.
really shitting me. Imagine him in your family. He'd be like, dude, just get to the point, dude. You're yapping on and on and on.
Another thing is, once you buy this chainsaw from the store, the chain's gonna be nice and sharp.
Oh, Dale, good point. One issue with Valora, off topic, the automatic Gay Pride Month badge. I'm not a fan. Well, do you know what? Pride Month's over, right? Pride Month finished in June. It's for the month of June. It's now the end of July, and the Pride badge is still there up front. That's a little bit odd, yeah. Dugsky, you're not climbing up trees and looping branches with this chainsaw. I'm not climbing in your windows either. Snatching up your kids. Hard your wife.
After some use, you're gonna have to sharpen your chain. You can buy a file to sharpen your chain,
Wow.
which is all good, but
Happiness.
when you're sharpening the chain, if you don't hit that correct angle, the angle is I think around 33 and a half degrees.
Wow.
If you don't hit that exact angle correctly, once you sharpen your chain, it's gonna be most likely worse than before you sharpened it, because once you change the angle of your chain, it's not gonna be cutting anymore as you would expect it to cut. Your best option would be to invest in a chainsaw sharpener, the tool, where you take the chain of the bar of the saw
And you sharpen it?
the bar, you drop the chain on your sharpener, and mechanically, essentially it's set to be always on the same angle, and you're just dropping and sharpening every tooth individually. That's your best way to do it. But anyways, without any further ado, let's make
Don't
a
you
cut.
dare say those words, man. You don't have the license to use those words. Without any further ado, this whole video has been further and further and further and further ado. You shouldn't need a sharpener on the trip once you're back home. Yeah. I mean, it's not going to make a huge difference for my usage out there on the road. But yeah, for sure when I get back.
And let's see how this tool operates. All right, so now we're getting ready for a cut. Well, this chain is been sharpened and cleaned, but not lubed. Now I don't have my little, as I would call it, the squirter for oil. So what I'll do is I'll just put some
Freestyle.
oil on the chain like this. And you only got to do it on a couple of spots because it's gonna go around anyways. And I've done it too much on those two spots, but doesn't matter. It's gonna be me that's gonna be splashed by oil, not you. If you don't want to be splashed by oil, do it on the side and just start slowly. All right, Ski.
All right,
Let's
skis.
give it a go.
It's pretty quick. Yeah. Okay. I think I've seen all I need to see, really. I mean, what else is there? Different angles from above. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get one. Oh, let's see it out in the wilderness. I don't think we've sharpened ours once in a few years. Is that right?
Roughly.
Yeah, so the idea of this is that when I get to a place, which is pretty common in Australia, you need to bring in firewood, especially if you're in a national park. You cannot collect deadfall. You're not allowed to. But what you are allowed to do is before the border, like before the signage that says whatever the national park is, you can collect wood on the other side of that border. And so what I was doing, and Marty and I did it a few times, and then I did it a lot, I was collecting wood and stacking it on the top of GoVan on my roof racks, which in the space where Marty's swag was, after Marty left, I used that space. But what I found was it's not big enough, and it was because I didn't have a chainsaw of any kind, I was just putting the longest branches up there and they were hanging over the edge of the vehicle. They were also rubbing on the Starlink and scratching it all up. And so the idea of buying a little chainsaw like this would be to cut up, say portions or potential pieces of timber, say that long, then I could just throw them in the footwell of the passenger seat. Whenever I see something, I could just pull over and go, I'll take that for tonight. Chuck it in there. Then I got firewood, yeah. I think it's pretty important. I think it's an important idea. I think I'll get one. My smallest chainsaw is bigger than that. My first big boy is for felling big trees. And by the way, I'm only going to be using it on these road trips. It's not a tool that I'm buying to have as a tool. You know, I'm not buying a chainsaw. I'm buying a chainsaw I'm going to take on the road. That's what I'm buying it for. Watch the chainsaw versus pruner for firewood. The pruner can cut pretty thick. I'm not going to buy two of them though. I'm just going to buy one or the other. I think I've already decided I'm going to buy Ryobi chainsaw versus pruner. Ryobi pruning saw versus about 100 US or less. They're about 180 bucks. Sorry, I'm just seeing the chainsaws. That's the pruner there. All right, they're imported. I believe Ryobi are manufactured here as well, or at least under license here. I mean, we have all these tools in our, I mean, I could go and have a look, right? Bunnings Warehouse. Bunnings Australia. This is like our Home Depot kind of version, I guess. I'll block all the toolses. Ryobi chainsaw. We already looked at this. It came up there. I thought I saw. I think it came up. Yeah, we got one of these stores in pretty much everywhere. Yeah, there you go. 180 bucks. Obviously, I would not. And there's the pruning saw, the 18 volt 1 plus 6 inch pruning saw tool only for $149. And the 8 inch. Yeah, so we're getting 2 more inches. I think I'm going to just go straight to the chainsaw There's some chain oil. Might get a bottle of that as well. Pruner is a bit smaller. Right. Yeah, by 2 inches. And then the actual size of it's a little smaller as well. That's actually a worthy point. I'm just thinking of them sitting flat. Will they sit in the drawer in GoVan? The pruner looks like it would fit easier in the drawer of GoVan on its side. Yeah, I think definitely get oil. I think I just from looking at this, I think the pruner might be more suitable for the size of my vehicle. Yeah, that'll definitely fit in the drawer, whereas the chainsaw may not. If you see the size the pruner can cut, it's more than enough. You mean the tree, the size of the tree that it can cut? Yeah. I think what I'll do is I will measure the height of the drawer in GoVan, because I'm limited to, well, if I want to keep it in the drawer, which I kind of do, there are 2 spaces on the sides of the drawers that they're kind of getting filled up with crap, but I reckon I'm going to keep it in the drawer. And if I take a measurement and I go into Bunnings and I just say, measure the side of the chainsaw on its side, measure the side of the pruning one will fit. Yeah. I agree with Woz for once. For once. Kukananti, what's the topic, Pa? Well, I'm no uncle to you, but we're looking at a chainsaw, but we have just finished that bit of content. I want to go and get a coffee. Then I want to come back and we got other content to look at, such as frustration builds between this guy and that guy behind the scenes of the British Grand Prix. I don't know anything about this crap, but I'm always interested in learning. Lay off the coffee from a brother to another. Why? What's wrong with coffee? Coffee's the legal drug. The other ones that you're not allowed to have are the ones that you're not allowed to have. The coffee's the fine one. I'm going to go and grab that right now, and I'm going to make it a strong one just to piss you off. I'll be right back. Enjoy some surfboarding. You guys back already? Shit. Was that good acting? I knew you were back. It's getting cold. Really cold. Winter. V sucks. How can Dale claim first and second? He didn't. Was claimed first today. Dale was second. Good to see you, Netskis. Forgot to mention that that's a short surfing clip. And it's short because I didn't surf very well that day. Netsky's in the mood again. You can kind of tell, can't you? It's all going downhill from there. Well, let's move on and take a look at this video of frustration between Verstappen and Red Bull. Whatever the heck this all means. Let's learn.
What is happening at Red Bull, though?
He was furious, yeah. Toxic situation, I think.
It's got to that stage.
Yeah.
He's had a bit of bad luck with that car.
Formula One is a dangerous sport.
Reminds me very much of one of my dogs.
Which one of them?
Benny.
I think he was struggling a lot with, Lewis Hamilton beating him
He
race
said
after
that.
race. So it's good to see.
By the way, by the way, I've got that background audio. What's with podcasters holding their mics nowadays? What's with that? Everyone's holding their mics in front of their mouths. I don't follow much sports, but the F1 show on Netflix looks pretty fun. Okay. Yeah, I don't get this trend, holding your microphones.
I think he was struggling a lot with, Lewis Hamilton beating him
He
race
said
after
that.
race. So it's good to see him back there. Kim, it's only a few hours after the British Grand Prix, and here we are already, recording the podcast.
What is happening at Red Bull, though? You've got some stories, haven't you?
Well, I mean, it was quite an eventful...
It makes him look like a professional old school interviewer. Only if they pass it over, like I'm going to ask you the question and then your answer. But if they're both holding it together, they might as well be on a mic stand. And these are Rode mics. They come with stands. Well, they don't come with it, but you can... They've got the stand. They've unscrewed it, though.
Yeah.
Grand Prix.
I saw he threw his steering wheel out after the incident. I'm talking about Max Verstappen.
Yeah, you don't see that often from Max, to be honest.
By the way, I just watched, speaking about this kid throwing a steering wheel, I hope I can find, I can't play anything from the World Cup, can I? They're chronic with that. Did you guys see, and forgive me how long ago this happened for you, but I'm still watching these games, blah, 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 and I watched, who was it now? I can't remember who it was. Fuck, this is not going to tell. This story is going to be worse if I can't remember the team. Was it Ghana? It's one of the teams. And the young guy kicked the microphone. The on-field, like, ambient audio mics that you see scattered around the pitch, they've usually got big dead kittens over them, big fluffy mic socks. There was one in the corner when they do the corner kick, and this kid was backing up to take a corner, and he bumped the microphone, and then he looked down and saw it, and he actually got physically violent with it and just fucking flicked it all away, like, get the fuck this out of here. And I'm like, I was thinking, you're on the world stage here, performing at the highest level of this sport, and it's being broadcast across the planet. And part of the broadcast is audio. And so when you violently throw the microphone away in disgust because it might have been, taking up your space, you could have just politely moved it and just kind of looked around and gone, I just moved it. Instead, he kicked it. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was poor sportsmanlike, poor sportsmanship. And I can't find it or play it because the World Cup FIFA guys are chronic with that claiming shit.
He's normally pretty calm.
Yeah, he was furious. He was furious, yeah.
Wait, you mean people behave like jackasses publicly? Yeah, true.
I mean, we can't blame him for that, can we?
He's had a bit of bad luck with that car.
And it was a similar issue as he had in qualifying in Austria. That was a big crash.
Did you ever see the video on
This
the
could have been a
Stiggs
big
Morgan
crash.
three-wheeler
Luckily,
crash?
There was a lot
No.
of gravel.
No.
But yeah, I mean, Formula One is a dangerous sport, and when you have crashes like in this fashion, 2 in a row now, I think you're pretty fed up with the situation.
Now, you were down at Red Bull after the race. I was roaming elsewhere. What did you see?
Well, what I see, and it's not only from based on today, what I see is a very toxic situation, I think.
It's got to that stage?
Yeah, it is a toxic situation, yeah. Well, we discussed it in the podcast a few weeks ago. Max Verstappen was in Austria with his manager.
I don't know what they're talking about. Are we meant to know what they're talking about? Whose link is this, by the way? Who posted this in the Discord?
Yeah, but it wasn't toxic then, was it?
Nah, maybe not so much. Red Bull wanted commitment from Max.
Yeah,
They want to
F1
hire
fan,
good
this
people.
convo is fascinating.
It helps when Max-
Everybody else, yawn. They were getting a little yippy. I'll post a link. Yeah, okay, no worries. So whose is this link? And can we get to the gist of it? What actually happens here? I guess nothing really happens. They're getting a little yippy. They were getting a little yippy.
Yes, I'm going to stay at the team for next year. He has a clause in his contract when he's not second in the championship by summer break, he can leave the team. Obviously, Red Bull would love to keep the best driver off the grid.
You know, this trend about holding the microphones, like, why stop there? Why don't you hold your camera as well? They could grab the camera and just hold that and start talking into it, like, and then I said, and the camera's wobbling around. It's like, well, why not? Daleski's got 69,000 points. You laugh my ass off. Do you know what? Can we try I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to just try a poll here. I want to see if polling works yet on Valora. And we're going to take a poll. Should we skip this?
I don't know what's going to work, but something's going to fucking work.
Something's going to have to work. Yes or no skis. The poll will run for 3 minutes. We'll see if that works. Does the poll work? It did work. I see it. I see it. Someone already voted yes, we should skip. And while we're here waiting for the poll results, I'll grab that link out for next time. Next time. The Stig reveals what happened in the Flintoff near-fatal Top Gear crash. That sounds interesting. Someone almost died. Better get that checked out. No one else has voted. So you guys can't see the poll? There is a poll. There is a poll in Valora, and I see one vote. I see 2 votes now because I voted. We have 2 minutes left of polling time. I wonder. Oh, I've got the app here. I'm going to just fire up the Valoran Skins app and see if the poll comes up in the app. You guys use the app on Valora? It looks pretty sweet. Oh, by the way, I'm on the front page there. Big hideous head. Yeah, the app looks pretty neat. Hey, I mean, maybe it's an Android. Uh-oh. The app just quit. Shit, I was just talking it up. It says nothing and nothing for options. Interesting. Okay, maybe that is an Android thing. Poll doesn't show text for me. I don't see the poll here either. Poll needs to be static to the chat, doesn't it? These are all little coding things. Yeah, but I do see that 2 people said, let's skip it. So let's do that. Let's move on. That's something else we were searching up, I guess. Project Chariot, the US government's plans to nuke Alaska. Alaska? That's right, Alaska.
On August 6, 1945, the United States dropped...
Whoa. How can I not make comments on the way this man introduces this video? By rotating his chair slowly?
On August 6, 1945, the United States dropped an atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Japan, becoming the first and only country to attack another country with a nuclear weapon. But in our defense, we bombed ourselves a lot more. Nevada got the worst of it. Over 900 atmospheric and underground nuclear tests have been done there. Not to mention the Marshall Islands in the Pacific that were U.S. territories. We bombed them into oblivion. New Mexico, Colorado, and Mississippi have all had nuclear tests done there. But the state that might have gotten it the worst is Alaska, because in 1957, a plant...
Netsky, V suck the biscuit, pilled rules. Pilled rules? I don't think it does. Poll results are in, and we should skip, which we did.
And was hatched to detonate not 1, but 6 hydrogen bombs at the same time in the same place. The idea was to excavate a lot of land for an artificial harbor with nuclear weapons.
Oh.
It came crazy close to happening. so close that many people think that they actually
Fill
did
the
bury
hole.
the bombs there.
Fill the
And they're
hole.
still there
Use
to
the
this day.
hole,
Are
bridge the
there 6
hole, or
thermonuclear
fill the
bombs
hole?
buried under the permafrost of Alaska? The U.S. government says no, but a nearby town and their soaring cancer rates disagree. Today we're going to talk about Project Chariot, possibly the craziest construction project in human history.
Nah. You know what's crazier than Project Chariot? That line, the Saudi Arabian line thing, the habitat, the what is it? The country, the line, right? The line. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not explaining it
It's
very
hard to
well.
imagine now, but once upon a time, nuclear weapons were like the coolest thing. Today we are a lot more critical of the decision to, kill 250,000 people with 2 bombs.
Got him.
It was a wonder of the modern
Got him.
world. Not only did it bring an end to the worst war in human history, it was the biggest technological advancement of its time. We had split the atom and harnessed the fundamental awesome forces of the universe. We had transcended mere mortals and become gods.
I am the Golden God! The Golden God!
I am God.
We had entered the atomic age, full of unfathomable possibilities, and this was celebrated in movies, music, art, and design. I mean, there was a literal Miss Atomic Bomb beauty contest. And speaking of half-naked women, do you know where the bikini got its name? From this. A test explosion named Able took place in the Bikini Atoll on the Marshall Islands on July 1st, 1946, and the French designer Louis Réard named his new swimsuit after the island because he thought this scandalous new 2-piece swimsuit would be just as explosive. Because nothing makes you hornier than a weapon of untold human suffering. But what if there were useful applications that didn't involve war crimes? I mean, this is the most...
I really wish this guy didn't tell us what makes him horny. That's unnecessary information.
Awesome force we have ever wielded.
Search one. Dennis Reynolds, the Golden God. Dennis Reynolds. Okay.
History. Surely there's something good we can do with this. Well, that was the thinking behind Operation Plowshare. The U.S. Atomic Energy Commission introduced Operation Plowshare in June 1957. The name came from the Bible, specifically Isaiah chapter 2, verse 4, where it says, "They will beat their swords into plowshares." The operation's goal was to find peaceful uses for nuclear weapons. That sounds crazy, but yeah, that was the idea. All right, we've got all these nuclear weapons laying around. What's something we can do to take the most destructive force in all of human history and make something positive come out of it? Oh, I know. We can make a nice vase. Get out. Project Chariot was one of the proposals that came out of Operation Plowshare. The AEC figured that they could use the weapons as tools for, quote, large-scale excavation in quarries and underground engineering. The proposal suggested that they could literally open up new territories of land or create things like canals, harbors, mountain roads, open pit mining, and dams. It's kind of like we already use, dynamite for large-scale geoengineering, quarries and whatnot. It's like, what if we just go bigger? Like way bigger. Some early ideas for these weapons of mass construction included expanding the width of the Panama Canal and creating the Nicaragua
Weapons of mass
Canal,
construction?
both of which we've talked about in previous videos. They also considered blowing up a path through the Bristol Mountains to create a new railway between California and New Mexico. They thought that underground explosions could open up natural gas production and create reservoirs for petroleum storage. The first test was Project Gnome, conducted on December 10th, 1961 in a salt bed located in southeast New Mexico.
Valora's down? Is it now? Thanks, Woz, for letting me know. Is it really? That's annoying, dude. I'm going to command refresh my trousers. It does look like I'm offline. Yeah. Wow. Says offline. It is. It's offline. It definitely is. I will, unfortunately, not do anything about that except turn it off and back on again. If anything, this just gives fuel to Netskis to come back and say, I told you Valora's shit. Come over to Pilled, man. Pilled. That'll be Netskis in a minute. There it is. I can't even see you on Valora anymore. Dead stream. There it is. Right on schedule. The Net TV train has left the station. Right on cue. Only in the last few minutes. Yeah. It's got, I mean, I turned it off and back on again. Look, I mean, it's a shame when that happens, but, well, I'm not going to make excuses for it. It happens. It's back up. Woo! You got here first. It's back up. It's back up.
The AEC wanted to see if they could harness the heat from the explosions to, quote, produce steam for the production of electric power. They also thought that they could recover radioisotopes for other scientific and industrial
I might just make a note of that in the
So
Discord.
they buried a bomb with a yield of 3.1 kilotons, more than 335 meters into the
Okay,
earth.
you got here
Scientists assumed
second.
that,
Was got
blast would
second,
close the tunnel
so-
above, and that would contain
Luke
any
Pigeon
radioactive materials or fallout
got here first.
pouring out of it. And yeah, that didn't happen. Instead, radioactive steam and smoke came pouring out of that shaft, and it spread radiation that fortunately did quickly decay and didn't cause too much trouble. But the test was kind of a disaster, and it kind of put the kibosh on a lot of the future testing that they had planned. Before that happened, though, one idea did get through in 1958, and it was called Project Cherry. And the idea was to place hydrogen bombs along a riverbank located in Cape Thompson in Alaska, detonate them, and use those detonations to create giant craters that would turn into an artificial harbor. What could possibly happen? So here's the context. Alaska had been a U.S. territory since 1867, but in July 1958, Eisenhower signed the Alaska
You better get that checked
finally
out.
annex Alaska as a state. So literally the very first thing the United States planned to do in their brand new state was light it up with 6 hydrogen bombs. Welcome to America. I mean, it's kind of like when you buy a new car and you want to take really good care of it, but also part of you thinks it'd be really cool to like smash the windshield with a ball-peen hammer just for fun. You know that thing where you just want to... No? Just me? Excuse me for admitting I like to have a little fun time. Jeez. Hungarian theoretical physicist Edward Teller
I'm gonna blow my
was one of the
nose.
first champions of the project. He's been called the father of
I'll
the
be right
hydrogen
back.
bomb. He studied in Germany before fleeing in 1933
I love
to
it.
escape
I love
the
it.
Nazi Party. And in America, he studied with Enrico Fermi at the University of Chicago. He also famously visited with Einstein in 1939 to convince him to pen a letter to President Roosevelt to kind of warn him about Germany's attempt to develop their own atomic
Still
weapon.
clearing out my
The
noggin
famous
here.
Einstein letter led to the creation of the Manhattan Project. Teller would later join Project Y in Los Alamos.
Don't
which was
do
part of
that
the Manhattan
again.
Project
Shit.
that, of course, led to the first successful atomic blast in 1945. So, of course, when the Soviet Union detonated
gonna
an
be
atomic
weird.
weapon
That is
in
gonna be weird.
1949, Teller urged President Truman to develop the hydrogen bomb. Which
So why am I
was
being
the
yelled at
following
by
year.
you dum-dums?
Nicknamed Ivy Mike, it was 1,000 times more powerful than the bomb that dropped on Hiroshima. Yeah, if you don't know how much worse hydrogen bombs are than like regular atomic bombs, hydrogen bombs, also known as thermonuclear bombs,
Little mouth on him.
use
Bing, bing,
an
bing.
atomic bomb
Bing, bing, bing,
as
bing,
the
bing.
trigger to set off the main bomb. That's how much more powerful they are. And they wanted to drop 6 of these in the same spot in Alaska. So tell it
Konnichiwa!
and the leaders of the
Prepare
project
yourself
also
for a
liked the
shocking
idea
truth.
because if it was successful,
I'll kiss him.
You know, that might get them approval for other projects using nuclear.
I'll
weapons,
kiss him.
assuming anybody was left alive to do it. So there was a lot at stake.
Today I
behind this
feel,
project other than just, you know,
gay.
Let's blow up some stuff. No, they really saw, you know, since Alaska was a brand.
Am I the only one who
US
thinks
state,
this
that
guy's a
this would
door?
help-
Do look, I can't. I don't know what it is. I just can't follow along with what this guy's saying. Like everything he's saying is just fact after fact after fact after fact, and it's kind of funny. It's humorous. He's
I
kind
don't
of.
know what's going to work, but something's going to fucking work.
It's not working for me. I can't. I cannot be inspired by the conversation. They wanted to drop 6 atomic bombs to build a canal. Okay, so
Because we suck.
it's because he sucks. He's not a good storyteller, and therefore I'm out. This should be more interesting. The Muppets acknowledging or finding out that they are puppets. Okay. Change of tone here.
Oh, yeah. You're wearing a sling. What's a sling for?
Oh, well, you see, you got to understand the facts of life here. See, I'm a puppet. Mm-hmm. I'm a dog. I'm also a puppet, you see?
Yeah.
Okay, well, now look. See, I got 2 hands. I got 1 puppeteer. Okay? He's operating the head.
Mm-hmm.
He's operating the hand.
Yeah.
See?
Oh, okay. Yeah. How stupid of me.
Yeah.
In celebration of the 25th anniversary of The Muppet Show tonight, you're going to see this show as never before. You'll even see who's doing it. Isn't that right, Steve? Pay no attention to that guy. He's just a hired hand. Yeah.
A bear in his natural habitat.
Yeah, well, but Fuzzy, see, the thing of it is, though, well, you know, you're not a real bear. I mean, you're not a real natural bear. Well, I mean, you're talking about a bear in his natural habitat.
Yeah.
Well,
Me and my natural...
The cows back there.
Yeah.
Now those cows, those are real cows. I mean, those are cows that are out here. They eat grass. They, you know, they give milk. Those are cows.
Well, I don't give milk, but I'm a bear.
No. But a real bear is sort of a thing with. He's got sharp teeth and he.
Now wait a second.
Do you have sharp teeth?
I don't have teeth.
No. I mean, do you hibernate?
Well, only with friends.
No. See, you're not a real bear.
Now wait a minute. Now look, I feel in my very bones.
Well, you don't. No, wait a minute.
This is awesome.
You don't even have bones.
This is obviously just like extra material that they just shot for themselves, because this wouldn't have made it to air, right? Yo, Jason, how are you, Gibbs? I'm doing well, man. We need Gloria and Mr. Sock. We do. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I like this.
Did I what?
You don't even have bones.
What do you mean I don't have bones?
I mean, a real bear has bones. What do you have? You've got sort of a fake fur. You've got foam rubber.
What?
Well, I mean,
what'd you say? I had what?
You got foam rubber and fake fur.
Check out the Star Wars, the Christmas special. Okay. Improv with puppets. Yeah.
You're an artificial bear.
You're telling
But the
me
fact that they're outside as well, they're doing it in like a natural setting in a tree trunk. I think that's pretty interesting. I don't remember seeing this when I watched the Muppets as a kid, right? This was never released on DVD or VHS. Yeah, right.
I have foam rubber.
Have you ever seen a bear with a magenta nose?
I got a news flash for you, kid.
What?
Frog, you hurt me, I'm gonna have to hurt you. You ready for this?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You got a wire on your arm.
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it.
I've got a what?
I didn't mean to hurt you.
A wire on my arm?
Yes, but it's only for movement.
It's only for movement.
Movement. It's not, I mean, I believe in you.
I don't understand it at all.
I know.
But I got a leg that kicks.
I do understand that I'm not a real bear.
Mm-hmm.
But I am. I know what I am. I am what I am.
Well, that's true. We all are what we are.
But I'm a real puppet.
You're what?
I'm a real puppet.
Well, that could be.
Don't eat it. There's no actual. I won't speak as him because I'll talk as Joey Mazzarino.
Wait, who? Whoa, what's going on here?
I'm sorry. I think I made a little child cry.
If you'll just entertain this audience and tell them some jokes and be funny for just a few minutes, okay? I'll be right back.
Ha ha ha.
What's green and smells like ham? Not sure. This is friggin' awesome. Kermit's fingers. Ah, I see where you went with that. Okay.
Give me a break. So.
Am I not seeing new chats here?
I wish a funny thing in
Jason, it depends where here is for you. Are you watching on the stream or are you watching the chat only on Kick? Because you'll be if you're watching the stream on Kick, you'll only see the Kick chat. Yeah, you'll only see the Kick chat. You won't see everyone else's chat comments.
Happened to me on the way to the theater.
Mind you, I will say this. When my overlay's finished, I will give you all a link to pop out the chat, and then at that point, you will have all the chats in one. I'm going to provide a link. I got my own hosting, which will probably just be bjwalk/chat, and that will expose all the chats for you to pop that out if you want. I see chat, but Duncan, but you're watching in YouTube, so you only see the YouTube chat. On the screen, there is all the chats, but I'm going to give you guys all the chats. Anyway, we'll do all that when it's done, but it's almost done.
Wait a minute. Hold it, wait.
Luke, I'll have to get to yours, man. We got a bunch of tabs already in front of you, man. That'll come up another time.
There is somebody underneath me. No, I mean it. Kermit! Hurry, Kermit! Kermit! What? Don't look now.
Yeah.
Don't look. Don't look. But there is somebody underneath me.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Don't look.
I like this
what?
guy.
There's somebody underneath you too.
What?
You know what? He's got a beard.
Well, of course, Fozzie. Of course. Those are puppeteers.
What?
Those are puppeteers. We're puppets.
What?
Sure, we're puppets. They work us.
I can't understand that concept.
This is cool, man. These are obviously like bonus sort of this is not part of the show, right? This is like, press, they went on a show and did some skits to promote the show, right? But this is not the show. Because as far as I'm aware, and I watched it quite a lot as a kid, I don't ever think that they broke the fourth wall, the Muppets themselves, ever, I don't think. That would have been confusing for me as a kid if they did that. I don't ever think that ever happened.
I'm sure they work us, you see.
They're puppets? No. Yeah.
Oh, terrific. Will you get me an orange juice?
Hey, I remember this Jim Henson fella. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he was always hanging around.
Where?
Down there.
Down there?
By the way, when you see all of these Muppets together in the one spot, just think about what's going on underneath the scene, right? There's dudes all jammed into that spot, right? All jammed in there, all together. Happy Time Murderers is a good MA-rated version of it. Happy Time Murderers. Okay.
Whoa.
Hey, who are those guys?
I don't know, but they're still following us around.
Wow.
Hey, look. When we move, they move. Try it.
Okay, move.
Hey.
Oh, this is good. Stop. Let's stop looking at him even. It's too weird.
Yeah, but Robin's right. That's where we used to see Jim Henson.
The truth of the matter is that the frog is a great deal more interesting to look at, and who notices what the bearded man is doing?
By the way, as you're talking to me, you're looking at me and you're talking to me, and you're focusing. Oscar's moving around here. His eyes. He's paying attention to things going on in the studio. He's just an extension of you, right? I mean, you when you're. Sorry to wake you up here, Oscar, but
I have to ask you about your relationship with Bill. I know it's awkward because he's sitting right behind you.
I'm sorry, who?
That guy Bill Beretta fella?
Good Lord! Yeah, no, I'm kidding. He's always there. Yeah.
He's on his best behavior here, but what's this guy really like? Tell us something that might surprise us about Bill.
Something might surprise you about Bill. He's Italian? Is that surprising? Maybe not.
What was this? I don't remember this Muppet's character's name. What's this guy's name? I can't remember the Muppet's name.
He gets his hand in a lot of things. I'll tell you where they don't belong.
That's Rolf?
An old joke. I had to use it.
I don't remember that.
I don't know. He's all right. Keeps me up at night. Literally.
Well, Rolf, I could keep you up here all day talking, but that hand we mentioned is probably getting tired. And we'll talk about
I think
some
he's
of the
finished. So I don't think he can hold me up much longer.
Thank you, Rolf. It's just such a pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Love
Ladies
you.
and gentlemen, Rolf the dog.
Rolf the dog used to play the piano. Right on. That was cool, man. That was a great link. What else we got here? The 5 Trump account TDS. Interesting. He also plays piano. Interesting. The world is on the brink of war, but the Muppets get priority. The Muppets do. I'm not very acquainted with the Muppets. Okay.
I want to stand next to these soon-to-be very rich people.
I'll kiss him.
Yes, we want the money. President Trump ringing the opening bell to mark the first day of trading for Trump accounts, tax advantage saving accounts for kids, with eligible newborns getting a cool $1,000 to get them started in
What
life.
the hell?
But Mississippi Congressman Benny Thompson, not a fan.
I want $1,000 to get me started in life. Is it too late? Have I missed that boat?
Of investing in our children's future.
I'll kiss him.
It's safe to say I would pass on a Trump account. Trump University already taught us what happens when his name is on the brochure. So, Harold, it's really hard for me to stomach that because some of his lower earning constituents could really have an incredible advantage with compound interest alone. Why is he trying to talk people in need?
I think some of the politics has gotten into it. It's
Me like free
this
money.
idea, the Trump accounts, comes from UK. They used to have these
We see you,
child trust funds
GivesAMinute.
back in
We
the
see
early
you.
2000s.
We see
They did
you.
essentially the same thing, but they wanted to get more kids, more families involved in investing and kids investing. In fact, I introduced the legislation in Congress.
You know that Trump should put out a crypto. Wait a second, he did.
In the early 2000s. We didn't call it the Ford accounts. It was a group of us in the House and the Senate. It was a
Maybe you will
bipartisan
one day.
group. I'm glad. I mean, the president likes to put his name on things, and that's just him. This is, in my mind, one of the greatest things the guy's done. And the fact that he was able to get a bipartisan group, I give Brad Gerstner, I give Michael Dell, I
rug
give a
pulled.
lot of those in the
He
business
did.
community tremendous credit for staying on the president and working
The,
with him over
the
the
worst, not the worst thing, but the most confusing thing about that meme coin, the Trump coin, which I did buy, by the way, the most confusing thing about it was the way it was released. It was not really sure, or it wasn't very clear.
It's shit, man.
It's shit, man. It wasn't clear whether it was actually sanctioned by Trump. It was very, very unusual the way that was.
Those Italians, I love the Italians.
Yeah, the distribution of that, by the way, look at it. Look at the chart. It looks a little bit like Hex, all the way down, down, down. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting because when the slow clap is pretty, it's very well justified. When that came out, it was like, wait, President Trump just released a crypto and the only announce of it was on Truth Social, and it doesn't even look like it was, like it doesn't, just his announcement looked weird. It didn't look real. And then I was like, well, it is coming from the POTUS account. So it has to be either someone's hacked him or it is him tweeting about a crypto token that he has released. And so the world was kind of sitting, I was sitting in awe of it going, did Trump just release a meme token? And we don't really know anything about it. Like there's no tokenomics, there's nothing. It's just, that's it. It's just been released. And of course the trading went crazy for a little while. And then the next day he confirmed that it was real. It was like, the fuck is all that about? It was so strange, hey? It was so weird, man. So weird. That was not on my bingo card like that. I know he ran on being crypto friendly and that, remember that time he was at the Bitcoin conference or whatever that thing was. And he's like, the first thing I'll do when I get back in is fire Gary Gensler. And the whole place just erupted in applause. And he's like, well, I didn't know he was so disliked. Let me repeat myself. The first thing I'll do when I get back in power is fire Gary Gensler. And the place just lost it. And we all thought, well, I did anyway, that this was going to be a turning point for cryptocurrency and for the market in general.
Let idiots have money.
Let idiots have money. Thank you, Richard. And unfortunately, as soon as he got in power, he didn't really do any of the things he said. I thought that they were going to put a whole bunch of Bitcoin on the Federal Reserve. I don't think that ever happened. I mean, I've lost interest in it, but it's, heaven forbid a politician campaigns on something, then gets in and doesn't go ahead and do it. I mean, where have we heard that before?
Year two. The thing I would ask the president to do is make it permanent. It's only for 3 years. If we can make corporate tax cuts permanent, which I'm not totally opposed to, then make permanent giving every kid born in America $1,000 and giving their parents employers, their grandparents.
He said many things such as no more wars. Dude, he did say that. He also said, if I get back in power, I'll end this war within the first couple of days. And no. Thoughts on Apple creating a foldable phone? Well, that's coming, isn't it? That's this year, isn't it? The foldable phone. Yeah, right. I mean, I'm not adverse to it. Yeah, I'm down for that. I don't think I'm going to buy one because I'm pretty happy with my iPhone 15, I guess this is. And I guess I'll hang on to this for a long while. But yeah, foldable phone.
Contribute a few $1,000s a year to give every kid, regardless of the zip code they live in, an opportunity to
Okay, so Trump gave kids $100,000. Nice one, brother. Let us move on. The Sphere celebrating the USA's 250th birthday.
I didn't say shithole, you did.
I didn't say shithole, you did.
Today I feel disabled.
Better get that checked out. Friend of yours is going to see Metallica in the Sphere. Yeah, wow. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but what does that mean for the outside of the Sphere? Like, Metallica plays inside the Sphere. When you walk past the Sphere, do you see anything, or is it just like the outside of a building? I'm being genuine. I don't know what that means, because playing inside of it is just a circular venue, but the idea of it outside is just promo. So what's the selling point for being inside of it? To see them in a circle? Where are they? Are they in the center, or are they up against one of the curvatured walls? It's a bit weird. I mean, it looks rad from the outside, but Google a picture of it.
Ignition sequence starts.
Hasn't happened yet, has it?
3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. On July 16th, 1969 at 9:32 a.m., Apollo 11 lifted off.
Maybe they're on top of the Sphere. Yeah, sitting on the top. Look, I don't want to poo-poo this, but here I go. I'm going to poo-poo it. What's the big deal about this Sphere thing? I mean, it looks cool, right? But what would be cooler? A massive flat screen, right? Didn't we just go from having curved televisions and the idea was flat screen's better? Now it's more curvature is better? I don't know. I feel like a big 16:9, like an entire city block that looks rad from, like a drive-in that you can see from the next state. That would be more impressive than a little soccer ball with a movie on it. I mean, it does look impressive. I'm not going to deny that. Dutsy, does the notification need to be in the middle of the screen? It blocks the main piece of the video. Don't worry about that, Doug. My chat overlay is fixing that. Don't worry about that. You're just seeing the beam, not the beam, the Valora default. My overlay fixes that. Just saying. Soon to be released. This is a stock footage montage. Yeah. Just be patient, I see. Yeah. I mean, that looked impressive. I'm not going to deny that. Very impressive. What else we got here in the tabs is, would 60 gallons be sufficient? Star Trek?
Psst. Come here. Over here.
Not Star Trek. Lost in Space.
Can I be of service, sir?
Look, never mind the sir, mister, but I'm a stranger in this so-called planet. I was just wondering if you could tell me where I could get a hold of some of the real stuff.
Real stuff?
Just for cooking purposes, you understand. I take a big pride in my duties.
Pardon me, sir. Stuff?
Oh.
The drugs.
Just about one jolt left. Oh, genuine ancient rocket bourbon. See here? Hey! Well, you low-living contraption, I ought to take a can opener to you.
Quiet, please. I am analyzing. Yes, relatively simple alcohol molecules with traces of fusel oil. Would 60 gallons be sufficient?
Gallons? Mister, I've been from here to there in this galaxy, and I just want you to know you're the most understanding soul I ever met up with. Ow!
Wow. Okay. That was the Forbidden Planets. Do you know what? I want to give you guys a little sneaky peek at my overlay. Why not, hey? So I'm going to expose this here on this screen here. So what we've got, this is as it stands right now. And by the way, it's not fully working. So there are some flaws. Like if I zoom in here, you've got beam stream, which is just giving us some weird results. But for the time being, or for the sake of this example, there are going to be 2 overlays, which I will give you links to. The first overlay is the chat lane, and that's what this looks like. This is the chat overlay. Now, right now, it's only pulling in Valora, but it will pull in all the platforms. But if you chatted in Valora like this, you see it pops in. It's also going to pull in. Oh, you know what's happening? Are you kidding me? Okay, so it's only going to. Oh, fuck you, man. It's only going to pull in. It's not going to pull in mine, is it? Why is that not pulling in mine? I thought I had this fixed to do a little testy here. There it is. Okay. I don't know. I have to refresh my trousers. So
I'm not like some madman.
It's funny. Now, by the way, if I got rid of on the screen right now, we do have the beam chat. So when you redeem this is going to be confusing, but when I redeem this,
what a beautiful group of people you are. You are good. I wish I looked like you.
The one that's in the center of the screen, that one's not going to be there. That one there is not going to be there. It's just the ones in the chat lane. They're going to be there, but of course, it was
so simple.
And I turned that off. But what we also do need is to have those alerts that trigger certain. Well, how do we explain this? I'm not really doing a good job of explaining this, but some of those alerts need to have a pop-up, such as the trumpet and some of the ones that have come up on the screen before. And we can, like the lightning strike, right? Where's the lightning strike one? Well, this one, even this one, perfect. This one here. Perfect. So, and the lightning strike. And so I've got my overlay, and it's so confusing because there's multiples coming up right now because I've got them all set. But the way mine works is that I've got a separate URL that you can plug into OBS. So there'll be 2 URLs. One will be the chat lane. So you can move that. And right now it's on a background that is, you know what, I can pretty much show you this. Get this off the screen. So right now, if I was to bring it in, I'd have to bring it in from here. Let me just bring it in for you. Show it to you. I'll just copy it. And sorry about this. Go back to here. If I bring in this new overlay, and this is just a test, so it doesn't matter what I call it. It's a browser source. I'll just call it deleter, and I'll pump this in here. This URL goes in here. That's not the right URL. That's a. Why is there a YouTube? Okay. Why did that go to a YouTube video? Forget that. Mute that. I put the wrong. I don't know why I got a YouTube stream there, but here it is. So this is the chat overlay as a opaque background. So where would this come in handy? Well, if you wanted to remove the chat that we have on screen and use this one, you'd put this over on this side and then you'd extend it and you'd crop in off the top here. So you get rid of the heading and then you'd have a chat overlay here. And as you can see, when you chat, it'll come in from the bottom up and you'd have to position it however you wanted it. And it's dragging that beam one in again. I should never show shit until it's finished, but it's close, right? And so then when you trigger an alert that needs a pop-up, such as, let's say, the trumpet, my second overlay will go back on the screen to where we want the trumpet to come. So I'll show that to you, because right now we're only pulling in this alert. Right now we're pulling in that, but we don't need it. So if I go back to studio mode and grab, wait a second, grab the pop-up. Here is the pop-up URL. And let me just put this over here. So this is just an example again. Now we haven't scaled this in properly. We can scale it all in, do whatever we need, but at this point it's just sitting there rough. But we then put a new URL here, a browser source, and I'll call this delete2 so I can remember to delete it later. And here comes the pop-up. Now this is where it all comes into glory. I'm just going to put it in the center of this screen here. This is the trumpet. If I do a trumpet now, check this. And we don't have audio yet because I haven't patched that through, but the audio's there. So this on-screen alert now only pops up when we have, by the way, I can grab, I guess I could grab audio from that by just triggering it from there. Let me show you. So this one won't go up in the...
Fucking love you, bitch!
I can't hear that, but you guys probably could hear that. Let me just double check the audio routing. Delete, monitor off, monitor and output, or just monitor only. So let me just run another quick test here.
Fucking love you, bitch.
So did you guys hear that? Fucking love you, bitch. I think you should have heard that. So the point of this is when the trumpet gets redeemed, for instance, the trumpet plays in the overlay and on the screen. So this does get rid of the issue that Dougski was talking about. So Dougski was saying before, why is it coming up in the center? So I decided to make my overlay in two different versions.
When you're watching me, it could be now or it could be in a year from now.
It could be now or it could be in a year from now. And by the way, all of this scaling obviously needs to be fixed for the particular chat that we're rolling with right now. I'll obviously fix this for later. And so the other thing,
just about everything is a big yawn.
Everything is a big yawn. Some of these will be not needing a overlay to pop up, but some of them will, such as the biggest one would be the lightning strike one. I feel like that should have an overlay. So, and we can obviously change the size of the overlay to where we want it. Looks good so far. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped on this. And whenever you need to have an alert trigger the overlay, the simplest way to do that is to set the alert to have a border of 3, not 2. And that will change the path. So that's that. But then also, and this is really impressive in my mind anyway. Check this out. I'll have to I'll cut off here. So we're back to wait. Did I just lose audio? Why did that sound a lot louder? Something just happened. Did I just mute? I think I just muted my oh, you know what it was?
I wrote this script.
I just wobbled my doesn't matter. So what I really want to show you here, And by the way, I think we'll wrap up here with this because I want to get back into finishing because I'm so close to having this finished. Check this out. If I go to my, let's say we're IRL streaming. I'll just drop the brightness down here. Let's say we're IRL streaming. So we're IRL streaming. I need a chat. This is it. Can't do this backwards. Refresh your trousers. Enable channel points audio only or enable full TTS. I'll choose full TTS. Choose a voice. I'll just choose the default one. Now, when someone triggers an alert or even chats like this,
GivesAMinute on Beam says.
Interesting that did not work because it's pulling.
What a beautiful group of people you are. You are good. I wish I looked like you.
So that.
GivesAMinute on Beam says.
Fill the hole.
Okay.
Fill the hole.
They
have nothing. They have nothing going other than they have big mouths.
There is a problem here, and dude, I'm pissed off that it's doing this Beam doubling up. But Beam has, like I said at the beginning of this stream, Beam has really messed with their Can someone fuck me.
GivesAMinute on Beam says. Was from Oz on Villora says. Testes.
There we go, testes.
GivesAMinute on Villora says. Don't do that.
And not only does it do that, but check this out. If I trigger an alert, an emote, let's do.
GivesAMinute on Beam says.
It's fucking up. It's doing the double again. Okay, I'm pissed off at this because this was working before.
GivesAMinute on Villora sent the dancing chicken emote.
There you go. GivesAMinute on Villora sent the dancing chicken emote. GivesAMinute on Villora.
GivesAMinute on Villora sent the glitz raid emote.
So when I'm streaming and driving, I don't need to look at anything. I can hear everything, and it tells me.
Was from Oz on Villora says, just have to be careful of trolls.
Yeah, but don't forget, this will only be.
Bernadette on Villora sent the Villora PXL yes emote.
This will only be autologically hearing for me.
Says.
I'll be the one hearing this because when I'm driving, the whole idea is that I can't be looking at a chat, but I want to hear everything. And so I've programmed it so that it reads out everything with which platform you're on first. So if you're chatting in YouTube,
from Oz on Villora says, perfect.
You're hearing it now because I've got it handheld here in my hands. But the other reason I did this was because at the beginning when I said when I refreshed these trousers. And it said choose full audio or channel points audio only. The reason I chose that, or I gave that as an option, if you choose that, when we're streaming and chatting like this, if I just put a test message in, it doesn't read it, but that's when I'm sitting around the campfire and I'm sort of streaming and chatting and I can see the chat, no worries. But what we didn't like was that when someone would trigger, let's say, something like this.
Fucking love you, bitch. Fucking love you, bitch.
That does need to trigger. So I've got the two selections. So you can either have the full text-to-speech or you can just choose the alerts. So that when I'm sitting there and maybe I go out for a whiz or something and I'm by the campfire and someone triggers an alert, I can hear it. So I'm pretty damn pumped on that. There's subtleties in there as well. And by the way, these different URLs that I'm going to be releasing will be usable. You guys will be able to pull these up as well. So why did you not hear me saying what's for dinner? I turned that off. I literally just explained that. I've chosen only to have the text-to-speech read out the alerts, not the chat. I can turn that back on. The reason I did that was to explain how that works. Now I've got to refresh my trouser. Let's say we want to have all full TTS. Click that button, choose a voice. And now if you ask me if you say that again, Netskis, it'll read it out.
NetTV on Villora says, okay, cool.
Yeah, so that's what I've done. I've purposely done that because when we're sitting around the fire or whatever, we're streaming, we don't want to hear every single message read out, right? I only need that when I'm driving. When we're sitting around the fire, we only need to hear alerts. And so I got the selection. That'll work on a smartphone or iPad and works on a browser. Also, on a browser, it gives you a black background so you can put it up on a big screen. When you put it in OBS, it automatically recognizes that it's OBS and it takes the background away.
I'm not like some madman.
You better get that checked.
GivesAMinute on Beam says.
And that's a mistake, but we'll fix that.
Melbourne Doug on Valora says H.
Melbourne Doug on Valora says H. And we've also, I don't know if you can see.
Hendrik Eber on Valora says D. Net TV on Valora says, you know he is though handy.
Hendrik's here. By the way,
TV on Valora says, lol.
you've got all your badges and shit on there as well. Hendrik, how you doing, dude? So I've made sure badges all work. By the way, this is all Valora specific, but every other stream platform will come through as well. But I've focused my attention on Valora because we want to promote the platform, right?
GivesAMinute on Beam says.
That's a mistake. And why did Woz's not read out? That's weird. Did we just get bumped off Valora? But
GivesAMinute on Beam says.
That's a problem. I'm going to turn that down because I'm sick of hearing the Beam ones read out incorrectly. Beam has been crazy, man. They've changed all their API. They won't release it. I've got to search it all up, and it's been a bit of a nightmare, but we keep things simple. I've made it difficult. I've wanted this to basically what this does is it gives me everything that I've wanted from a chat, but no one has been able to provide. So I'm just providing it for myself. Now, at some point, maybe once it's all done and dusted, maybe I'll tweak it so that you can then use it for your own chats. Like as in, I'm a streamer and I want to have Gives chat working for my channel. Maybe I'll tweak it, but for the time being, it's specific to the GivesAMinute channel. I want that to roll. I want to go IRL streaming for a few months or whatever, come back and say, okay, we worked out how that works perfectly. Now I'll just copy it, like duplicate the project and make it publicly interchangeable. Because right now it's got my variables in it, but So is it a plugin for OBS? No, it's not a plugin at all. Not a plugin. It's just a freestanding URL. And I'm going to expose those URLs through my BJWalk website. I mean, right now it's just using Cloudflare and just a couple of default URLs that they give you for their setups, but I can point my own platform at it. Like I've got the BJWalk domain and I can just point at bjwalk.com/chat and bjwalk.com/popup. And if you want to bring the chat up, because just before we've had this a few times, Jason before said, I can't see any other chats. I can only see the Kick chat. When you pull up the URL that I'm going to give you, you'll basically see what I held up in my hand. And if you open it up on your desktop, it'll be on a black background. If you open it up on an iPad or an iPhone, it'll be on a clear background. If you open it up on an iPad or an iOS device, it'll be on a black background. If you open it up in OBS, it'll be on a clear background. That's just the way I've designed it. But not a plugin, just a URL, just a browser source. And with that in mind, I'm going to wrap this stream up here because I want to go back and fix that Beam issue that's doubling up. And yeah, because I'm super because once Beam works, it's going to all work. But we're that close to having it done, and it's been quite a long journey to get here. So thanks for hanging out with me on this stream today. Appreciate you all. Like, share, and subscribe. Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! And Farkle in the chat, and have yourselves a wonderful time doing whatever the hell it is you are going to do from here onwards. Build up that sway. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Very cool, Gibbs. Thanks, Netskis.
Today I feel disabled.
Today I feel gay. Today I feel guitar-y. GivesAMinute. Today I feel like GivesAMinute. Today I feel sick. This is sick.
What a story, Mark.
What a story, Mark.
I did not hit her.
I did not hit her. It's not true. I did not. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. Oh, hi.